What's up, y'all? Y'all come on in. I'm live. I haven't been live in a while, so be patient with me. I'm on live on two different places. So if you see me looking down and you see me looking up, just know we got two different communities going on. So I have to entertain a lot of people. So today's title for today's video is Don't Let Nobody Touch Your Hair. Don't let nobody touch your hair. Okay? Hey, boo. Oh, thanks, boo. You like my hair? Okay, I just did it today. A little something, something. Yeah, I just did this hair, you guys. I'll make a separate video on this hair. It's really nice. It's some clip-ins from Likeable Hair. But shout out to my sponsor. Don't let nobody touch your hair. Don't let nobody touch your hair. Now, you might be thinking I'm talking about physically. Of course, we know not to let any and anybody play in our head. We don't want any and any hairstylist touching our hair all the time. We don't want anybody touching our hair like we're a spectacle or something like that. What's up, Pookie? We don't want none of that. But I'm talking about metaphysically. We gonna go deep. Spiritually, we don't want nobody touching our hair. And I'm not talking about hoodoo or any magic stuff, you know, even though that's a topic we should talk about. But I'm talking about if I were to tell you that your hair represents your aura, your shine, your energy, your spirit, your soul. Like if I was to tell you that your hair was a extension of your nervous system, that your hair was actually your confidence. If we were talking in that aspect, that's what I mean when I say don't let anybody touch your hair. Because if we were to pretend that your hair meant all those things, why would you let someone get so close to it and touch it? If your hair is your aura, why would you let certain people in your aura and then wreak havoc on it? We can't have that. Your hair is your confidence. You ever got your hair done and you just feel good? You just feel better. Everything could be going wrong in the world, but you just got your hair done. And you got it done and it actually looks really, really good on you. You're getting compliments left and right. You're looking in the mirror, you're feeling good. Like hair can do something to you. Now, you ever had a bad hair day where your hair just looked a mess and you just find yourself touching your hair and trying to fix your hair every minute, just trying to make it look decent, and you're just like, because you know your hair is up. Yeah, hair can do that to you. Hair can really control your energy. You ever hear people say blondes have more fun? Because they correlate your characteristics with your hair sometime. Or they'll be like, oh, gingers are like good girls and girl next doors. Or the bob is the mom cut. Like there's so many things that people would attach to hair. Because subconsciously we all know that our hair is our confidence. It's spiritual, really. It really is. So I used to let people play in my head. And I don't even mean literally touch my hair. I mean, I would let people get close to me and like tap into my confidence through my hair, because your hair is like receptors. Your hair is your frequency. Your hair is literally antennas outside of your head. And I made a very powerful a YouTube video about your hair being your antenna. And that's because your hair is always sending and receiving signals. Hey, boo, what's up, Miss? You can't comment on shorts for some reason. I'm still watching and supporting with the thumbs up. That's what's up, boo. So I used to let people tap into me through my hair. I would have people get close to me and they will spew how they felt about me to me. And my hair would pick up on that. And it would slowly pick at my confidence. And I would slowly change and bend to what those people thought of me, which was crazy. And I had no idea that they were literally affecting my confidence through my hair. So now I don't let nobody touch my hair. For example, let me tell you guys. Now, I'm going live on Instagram as well. And I used to go live on Instagram probably like 3 years ago. And I was consistent and I used to love it. And I used to, what's up, boo? I used to get dressed up and come on live and be talking my smack and preaching that hair gospel. And I was really into it. I had a passion for teaching people about natural hair and how to grow natural hair and how we were literally being poisoned through our hair through inhalation and just ingestion of toxic products. And it was affecting our health, Black women's health. And I was really trying to encourage people to start growing their hair very long because short hair is not a natural thing for Black women. Black women are supposed to have very long, thick, big hair. So I would get on live and I would preach that gospel and I would be talking and I loved it. I would be on live for 2, 3, 4 hours nonstop. This was before I even knew I could make money off going lives. I was just doing it. And there was multiple people who would come in and pick at my confidence, and I would let them basically touch my hair. Now, I told you, so we're playing pretend, but I know it's the truth that your hair is your confidence. Because if someone says you got to be confident, what are they talking about? What does that mean? It's not no imaginary energy you got to encompass. It really is your hair. I can go deeper on that, but I just want to tell you guys how I let someone touch my hair. So I was, there was someone who would watch my lives and they were really buying my products and I was doing their hair. And I really looked up to that person. And that person was like, hey, I know a way you can make more money or you can get more people involved in your business if you just stop being so ghetto and be a little bit more professional when you're on live. Don't use the word nigga. Don't say nigga hair. Don't say black hair. Don't keep talking about they trying to poison our hair. Don't talk about any controversy thing. Keep it basic. Don't try to single out this group of people. They was basically trying to tell me make my brand make it include everybody, make it more inclusive and be more professional and be less passionate about it. And I was just like, dang, I don't even know how to do that. They were encouraging me to be more aesthetic, like come on camera, make sure your hair is done, your makeup is done, which nothing is wrong with that. But they wanted me to curate my whole brand to black and white or nude and white, which is beautiful. It's a great strategy. But at the time, I didn't know how to do that. I just knew how to preach the hair gospel. So by me allowing that person to tell me that, I slowly, it messed with my confidence because I felt like, dang, maybe the way I'm talking is ghetto. Maybe I need to stop cussing. Maybe it's I need to tone down a passion. I need to stop talking with so much passion. I need to stop talking about how these industries are putting toxic chemicals. I need to talk about white people hair more. I need to talk about all types of curly patterns and all that stuff. I don't need to talk about just the coily pattern. I don't need to just be like, oh, black woman's hair and nigga hair. I don't need to say all of that. I need to just be basic. So I tried it, and of course I wasn't good at it because it wasn't natural for me. It did not come natural at all. So it just didn't work. But I tried it, and I would come on and I would be like, "Hey guys, welcome back to my live, and your hair loves you, and you can grow your hair." I started talking like that because I let that woman play in my hair. I let her touch my hair. I let her touch my confidence. And after I let her touch my confidence, I started trying to change to what she wanted me to change to because it worked for her. It worked for her platform. It worked for other people. And it just didn't work for me. At the time, it just didn't work for me. What's up? Y'all sending me questions? Hey, where are you located? I'm in South Florida, Miami. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not in Dallas. I can't wait to come to Dallas. What's up, y'all? Hey, Asani. What's up, boo? It's nice to see you live. It's nice to see you live too. Well, I mean live too. I can't see you. It's nice to be live. Your leave-in condition, I love it. I'm glad you didn't listen to that person who told you to water down. Girl, I did listen to them. I listened to that person for like 2 years, and I'm gonna tell you what happened after that. Stay as you are. You're entertaining and knowledgeable, and I love the story times. Yeah, she really got in my head, and I felt like, hey, boo. Thanks, babe. Hey, my love, Asani. Hey, pretty lady. So I listened to what that heifer had said, and I had watered down myself, girl. I was not even talking. I was like, oh, welcome back. Like, it was just so fake. And I didn't have an aesthetic background at the time. I was just trying to make it. I ain't had none of that. I ain't had that all white shit in the background. I ain't have them nude everything. I just didn't have it. That wasn't what I was on. I didn't know how to take certain pictures with just my nails and put the Chanel bag with the matcha coffee and take a picture. I wasn't even on that. I was just trying to tell y'all they trying to poison you through your hair, and you need to grow your hair long and stop letting these people poison you through your hair, because your hair is taking in everything you put on it. Every time you put a toxic product on your hair, it takes it in. It literally is like putting that product in your mouth and swallowing it, because your hair is another form of ingestion. I was just trying to preach that. But I let that hoe play in my hair, and I let her touch my hair, and she touched my confidence, and I started watering myself down. A little bit after that, I started dating a very unique person. Okay, I'm gonna call them a unique person, but a lot of people will call them a demon, because his screws was loose. But at the time, girl, I don't know what I was on. I don't know why I was dating him, but I was started dating this guy, and he would watch my lives, and I didn't have no idea. And he would watch my lives, and slowly, he would start giving me his opinion about my lives. He would start saying shit like, "Why you come on the internet and be like, hey guys, what's on my hair?" He was just like, "You sound so fake. That sounds like, why don't you be your regular self? Like, why you in real life, you from Miami, you talk like you from Miami, like talk like how we talk. Like, why are you getting on there being fake?" And I let him touch my hair. I let him play with my hair, girl, and some other stuff too, which I should get. I'm gonna do a story time on that. But I let that nigga touch my hair. And slowly but surely, I stopped saying, hey guys. I was just like, every time I said it, it made me cringe. And then I was just like, dang, I don't know what to say. This lady is telling me that I look up to, she's telling me I'm talking too hood, I'm talking too ghetto, I need to be more aesthetic, I need to have a better background, I need to come on glamorous. And then I got this nigga telling me, oh, you talk too white. Why are you talking to your people like that? And it's just like, be real. Why you just need to come on and just be yourself. And I'm like, I don't know what to I don't know what to do. I let him play in my hair. And slowly but surely, I just start I start getting on live as often because I'm like, dang, my background ain't good enough. Um, I don't know how to talk. I don't know if I'm gonna talk hood. I don't know if I'm gonna talk white. I don't know how to talk about. I stopped thinking about the hair gospel. I stopped thinking about how to teach people and the purpose of me even going live. I stopped having the passion to educate people on growing long hair. I stopped doing tutorials and all that stuff. And then because I was on live, I used to be on live for like 2, 3 hours and stuff like that. My mom, who is my biggest supporter, like she watches every video, she likes it. She's my biggest supporter. But she will be like, girl, you be on live too long. Like, why you can't get to the point? You be on live for like 2, 3 hours. You could be doing hair and making money in that time. But because I wasn't making money from doing lives at that time. And she was just like, you wasting your time on there. Why are you on there so long? And I started letting my mama touch my hair, touch my confidence. And I know none of these people meant to affect my confidence or anything like that. They just was stating their opinion. They were just touching my hair. They that's all they were doing, but they didn't know that by touching my hair it was going to affect my confidence. So by listening to my mom saying I'm spending too much time on the internet, girl, I stopped going on the internet altogether. I stopped because when you have so much people affecting your confidence, and if you're an artist like me or you're a creative person, you'll just shut that whole shit down. You'll just stop going. You just will stop doing whatever you're doing. If you're a painter or you're an artist and you like to paint and everything like that, and you just get some type of blockage, you gonna stop. You gonna avoid doing it, and that's what I did. I was just like, okay, well, you know what? I don't feel like teaching people about growing long hair because I don't know how to. I lost my spark. I lost my confidence. And because I let people play in my hair, I lost a part of me that was just the I lost a part of me by letting people play in my hair and touch my hair. So when I tell you don't let nobody touch your hair, I mean it. Don't let him touch your hair. Don't let her touch your hair. It's okay to go get your hair done by people. But when it comes to people speaking over you and people telling you how to be you and telling you how you supposed to do your shit, don't let nobody play in your hair. Don't let nobody touch your hair. Don't let nobody talk over your hair. Don't let nobody affect your confidence. Don't let nobody touch your hair. Because the moment they're able to play in your head and touch your hair, you just gave them the power. And if you knew how powerful your hair was, let's break it down. If somebody wanted to find out who killed somebody in the room, and you or somebody left a hair strand, they gonna find out it's you because your hair holds DNA, it holds your signature. It's you. You can't run away from it. We can take a hair strand and find out who your pappy, who your grandmammy, who your great 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 auntie. Like your hair strand can literally tell your whole lineage. So why are you letting people tell you that your hair ain't powerful? If your hair can basically snitch on you, why would you not think that your hair has some metaphysical powers as well? If somebody wanted to put a spell on you, all they needed was a piece of hair strand. Because your energy, your energy is literally in each hair strand. Literally. So when you have people talking crazy over your life, they are literally putting spells in your hair. They're literally messing with your mind, and the only thing under your hair is your mind. If I peeled off my hair and then I peel the skin back, it's just a little bone stopping me from my brain from my hair. Like, your mind is literally connected to your hair. So don't let people get in your head. Let me read some questions real quick. Stay as you are. You're entertaining, knowledgeable. I love the story times. I love the story times too. I got some crazy stories. My bad, laugh out loud. Well, I say I'm glad you learned your lesson and got back to being yourself. Girl, I'm still trying to get back to myself. I'm still, once you let somebody affect your confidence, you'll be questioning yourself for a while. For a while. The only thing that made me able to come back is I had to switch platforms. I had to create a YouTube. And I had it was the only way I can come back. I had to reinvent myself, basically. I had to disconnect from everything and reinvent myself. And I started coconuts on YouTube, and I started calling everyone my curl friends. And I just started sharing tutorials through there and just trying to get back to who I was, because I was second guessing who I was for so long. And it's crazy because I feel like I used to be so confident and I used to be unstoppable. And when I started learning about hair, and once I started um growing my hair and learning about how your hair can be affected by certain products and stuff like that, and your health and your hormones and everything like that, I felt like I was unstoppable. But it's just like, boy, I tell you, I let people play in my hair. I let people touch my hair, and now that'll never happen again. When I say I would never let anybody touch my hair again. Nobody can touch my hair. Nobody. And I mean physically too. Like, sometimes my mama and my sister, or like, they be asking if they can braid my hair, and I just be like, okay. Like, I don't mind that, but when it comes to people talking over my hair and like telling me what to do and telling me how I should, uh first of all, I don't even tell people stuff anymore. I used to be the type where I used to naturally tell people my plans, because I was just so naive growing up, because my mom like grew us up in a very strict religion and church, and it just felt like the world was rainbows, and it I just didn't think there were people out there in the world that was just evil, like for real, for real. It's like I knew of the devil, I knew of Satan, I knew of evil and demons and stuff like that, but I just couldn't correlate it to people in the walk in life, because I was so sheltered in religion. And when I got to the real world and I would come of age and I would meet different people and walk in life, I started realizing that there's some real life monsters out here in the world. And I wasn't prepared for that a lot of times. And I will buck up into some people who were just like, they were horrible. Like, their hearts were hardened, they were hurt. It was like, damn, who hurt you? It was like, what happened to you? And I will always try to find the good in people. I would always try to people please and stuff like that, because I just felt like I could heal people, I could help people. I can real life, yes. Asani said real life devils is so disgusting. It's so damn disgusting. It's real life devils out here. So I was just so naive, and I just kept looking for the good in the world and the good in people. And that's what would leave me vulnerable to get bit. Like, I was getting bit left and right, bit. And uh, it's like, I thought, okay, every time I would get bit, I would get a little stronger, and I would get a little stronger, and I'd be like, okay, I won't do that again. I won't hang with that person. I won't hang with that person. But the higher you go, the bigger the devils get. And sometimes it's hard to distinguish who has bad intentions and who doesn't. And sometimes this evil force will use the people closest to you, the people you admire, the people you look up to, and you would think like, no, that person means well. If I tell them my business plans, they mean well. They're already rich. They're gonna help me, but it's not like that. Like, you really have to guard your heart. You gotta guard your confidence. You gotta guard your goals and your dreams. And you basically gotta tell no one, almost no one. And even the people you really, really trust, you have to just, you can't give them all of it. Not until you got to just give them a little bit and see if you can trust them with a little bit. So that's what I do right these days. Like, I don't tell everybody everything. I just give a little bit until like I get what I want, or I complete what I needed to complete, or I can't, because I just can't let nobody play in my hair no more. I can't let nobody touch my hair and change it. Because let's say for instance, I had plans to buy a beach house. Why would I go tell the old me would just be like, yeah, my desire is to have a beach house on the coast of Mexico, and I seen these stuff. And I would go telling everybody, and next thing you know, somebody would be like, oh, I heard in Mexico, they got a whole bunch of going on. There's so much violence down there. And I know that part of Mexico. My baby daddy used to live over there, and he ain't nothing. He came from there, and he was doing all of this, and he mixed up in these crimes. And, ooh, that's a bad area. And next thing you know, you'll be like, dang, I probably need to pick a different city, not knowing that your manifestations and your prayers was just about to come through, and you were just about to get that beach house in Mexico. But you had somebody playing your hair and talk over you and tell you and that all them negative stuffs, and now you back at square one, and you trying to find another beach house in another country, and then God and the universe, or whatever you believe in, gotta rework everything just to make sure that you get what you want all over again. So I don't tell people shit, because it's like, you ain't gonna put a bump in my road. I can't because hell no, I'm preaching. I hope I'm preaching, because I'm telling you, you guys, do not let nobody play in your hair. Sometimes you'll find yourself in a relationship with a guy, and I've been there. Boy, when I tell you, I didn't kiss some frogs, like some ugly, stinky, big ass toad frogs, like and them niggas ain't turning to no prince. Not no frog that turned into no prince. I'm talking about a real life slimy ass frogs. I didn't kiss. Ooh, Jesus. You ever think about the boys you kiss and you just get sick? Sometimes you just like, ugh. You just get sick to your stomach. But you can be dating a guy and you would think, okay, he loves me. we kiss, we share our spaces together, we sleep in the same bed together, we hang out with each other, we're so intimate about each other. Like, he loves me until he doesn't. And sometimes you'll be with a man and he hates you. Like, he got some deep rooted issues. Like, he hates his mom, he hates women in general, and no, he'll just use you because, excuse me, you're available, you're there, and he's just like emotionally using you. And next thing you know, he's just playing in your hair, he's touching your hair, he's touching your confidence. You starting to dress the way he wants you to dress. You're not going the places you used to go. You're not hanging with the people you used to hang with. You're only interested in the shit he want to do. You don't even remember the stuff you used to do. You eat what he eat. You go where he want to go. Like, you go on dates that he likes so he can feel more comfortable. And slowly, by you letting him touch your hair, you're not even you anymore. You're just a female version of him. And we do that because as women, we can be so nurturing. And I have done that. I have been in relationships and let the guy I was dating literally touch my hair, touch my confidence, and literally I had a guy I was dating. Let me tell you, I had a guy I was dating, and this nigga said to me, he said, "You know what? You ain't the type to ever be with like a millionaire. You can't get a rich man. Like, it takes a certain type of woman to get a rich man." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, you ain't got what it takes. If you was bad, like if you had surgeries, you could probably get a rich man and stuff like that." This is the guy I was dating. Like that was my man telling me that. And I said to him, "You right. If I'm dating you, how am I supposed to be with a rich man? I can't date you. I'm gonna have to leave you." He was like, oh. It was clicking in his head like, what really it was his insecurity, the fact that he know he would never be a rich nigga. He would never be a rich man ever. And because he wanted me to believe that I could not be with a rich man, which is preposterous because I could be with a rich man tonight if I wanted to. Like I could tonight. But why would I want a rich man when I'm a rich woman? But anyways, that man really tried to touch my hair and try to make me feel like I can't get whatever I wanted in this life just by his insecurities. So you got to be careful about letting the men you sleep with or talk to touch your hair. You can't even let them touch your hair because sometimes they're weirdos, sometimes they're jealous of you, sometimes they're insecure, and sometimes they're just not a good dude. And even if you do got a good dude and everything like that, and he is the great man to you, you can't even let him touch your hair at all either. He unless he just literally breathing life in your hair. He gotta feed your hair, not touch your hair. He gotta feed your hair and feed your soul by telling you you're beautiful, you're a great woman. He gotta feed your hair. So it's one thing about letting somebody touch your hair, and there's another thing about letting somebody feed your hair. I used to hang out with friends who were successful women and things like that, and them hoes was jealous to me. They was jealous to me. They weren't even really friends. They were just jealous of the fact that I was free. I was free, and I was, dang, my battery dying, y'all. Hold on. Let me try to plug it in. Sorry. And I used to look up to what these rich hoes used to say because I felt like, oh, okay, they're wise, they're wealthy, they're married, they have their mothers, and I would listen to what they would have to say, and they would never be steering me in the right direction. And I would let them touch my hair and touch my confidence by telling me all type of crap. Like they would say things like, "Oh, don't have kids. It's too much. Like having kids, don't ever get married, stay single." And it's like, why are you telling me that? You're married with children. Why would you tell somebody else to tell a woman, "Oh, don't do that. It's a headache." It's stuff like that. And I would really think in my mind like, I don't want. I'm an older woman now, and I don't have children or a husband. And it was because I would listen to these women years ago tell me, "Oh, you don't want to. You want to take your time having kids. Don't rush to get married and stuff like that." And by me letting them touch my hair and touch my confidence, I would listen to them hoes and just be like, oh, "Okay, I enjoy my freedom." And you can't do that. You can't let nobody touch your hair. You can't. Let me read some questions because I might be getting off track. I haven't been on live for a while. So it's one thing when you're editing videos and you can edit out stuff that you say. And it's another thing when you're on live and you're just like, all your thoughts are coming at once. So I'm trying to get used to going live and really have some intellectual conversation and not just be saying shit. Yeah. Let's read some questions. Okay, any questions? Somebody said, "Oh, so sorry, you're a beautiful soul." You ain't gotta be sorry. I ain't sorry about none of that. I'm so glad. By them people, if them people ain't touch my hair, I wouldn't even know their intentions. I'm so glad they touched my hair because I was able to grow from it. I was able to grow from that. I'm doing much better. They're not in my life anymore. And that's the beautiful thing about your hair. Your hair has discernment. Your hair is smarter than you think. So even if it's when people are giving you energy, whether it's good or bad, you receive it. And it's up to you to transmute that energy. At the time, I didn't know how to transmute that energy and how to learn from it and recognize it. But my hair has taught me over the years by going through that I have to I have to take I have to take control of every situation, especially when people are trying to um speak negatively over me or my life or anything like that. For instance, right now, if I was to go through those same scenarios and I was to meet a man and he would say anything like, "Oh, you should probably change the way you structure your platform," I would probably just say, "Thank you for your input." And I would literally brush it off my shoulders. And I would just take their energy of that, and I would just use it for my betterment. I won't let it affect me. I won't change shit about me. I would just take what they said with a grain of salt and just keep it moving and take that energy like, you know what? Then people recognize that I got something good and they just want to be a part of it. They just want to feel like they had an input in something great. So I don't even care about stuff like that anymore. Sis, it's so many insecure men out there. Not only insecure, but downright scandalous and jealous. Misery loves company all day. Yeah, it's some crazy ass men out there. So insecure. Like, I don't even know. I'm not dating right now, but child, oof, it's nerve wracking dating out there. I know there's some great guys. I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, niggas ain't shit. Ain't no good men out there." But in my opinion, I feel like there's a lot of good men out there. There is. It's just that you got to go through a lot of not so great men to get to the good men. And that's the scary part because I just don't feel like wasting my time. For me to like get out and start dating right now, it would take so much energy. And it's like, ooh, girl, for me to bust up that type of energy to start dating, I don't even know because I don't even know if I can hold it in these days anymore. I feel like uh I I wouldn't put up with nothing. Nothing. The first hint of red flag that I see, I'm gonna call you out. And I'm a literally dismiss myself. Literally. And this is how I'm gonna dismiss myself all the time. I'm asking for some money. I'm gonna literally ask you for some money. You're gonna dismiss yourself, and I'll be done with it because I just ain't got time to let nobody play in my hair, play with my time, play with my feelings, or anything like that. So yeah, these men are crazy out here, but there's some good guys out there. Cause I feel like I'm a good woman. And I know some men will be like, "Oh, there's not no good woman out there." And I'm a good woman. So if I'm a good woman, I know there's some good guys out there. And if you know a good guy, hook us sister up. I'm in a Miami area. A good guy. A good guy. Yeah. You guys asked me some questions, but I just wanted to get on here because it was on my heart and I just really wanted to get on live and start feeling more comfortable to get on here and really talk. Um and just really continue to preach this hair gospel because I feel like I almost forgot how to talk. You know, when so many people had so many opinions about me and stuff like that, sometimes you forget who you are. I was forgetting how to talk. I was forgetting how to preach the hair gospel. I was feeling like I was coming on too strong, but I'm just passionate about my craft and I love hair. I love talking about hair. I love telling people how to get long hair because it's easy. Getting long hair is easy. You were literally born to have long hair. And I was watching Pop the Balloon last week because I love that show. Every Wednesday I watch it. Me and my niece, we get together and we watch Pop the Balloon. I love Love Island too. But we was watching Pop the Balloon and it was this guy who came on, and if you watch the show, you've seen it. He came on and he was going down the line and he popped the balloon of somebody, of this beautiful lady, and she had like a short afro. And when I say, he was just like, nah, I don't want you because your hair's short. And that was his preference. So he popped the balloon and then he went down the line and he got to this other black woman and she cussed him clean out. She was like, what you mean? Why would you tell another black woman you don't like her hair? I'm sure your mama has short nappy hair. And I was just like, what? She was like, you know, black women have short hair. You know, their hair shrink, you know. And if they got long hair, it's long and thin. And I was just like, it was crazy. Hey Ingrid, love the title so much and click so fast. Yes, baby, click on me. But she was going off and she was trying to tell this man to learn how to accept black women for having short natural hair. And I was watching like, what the hell? Accept black women for having short hair. First of all, having short hair is abnormal. I don't know what, we got to keep it real. Short hair is abnormal. The only reason why our hair seems short is probably it's supposed to be from shrinkage. But when we come into ourselves and we start to incorporate good hair practices and we start growing our hair is very long and very big. Our hair is naturally supposed to be like 30-40 inches. Ain't no black woman supposed to be having no short hair. So having short hair is abnormal. So if a nigga come in and he's like, I don't like women with short hair, he naturally don't like women with short hair because nobody really does, because having short hair is unnatural. It's your hair is supposed to grow and keep growing and be long. It's just because of hairstyles where people choose to cut their hair and choose to wear Halle Berry cuts or choose to have shorter hair. But short hair is abnormal. It's not a normal thing for humans to have. You're supposed to have naturally long hair. White, black, Asian. We're all supposed to naturally have long hair, women and men. Like our hair grows and it keeps growing even after you kick the bucket. Your hair is still growing 7 days after you kick the bucket. So when I seen that, I was just like, what? And especially when she was like, and if a black woman do have long hair, it's usually thin. What the hell? No. And nobody, please don't fall for that. Your hair is supposed to be long. So if your hair is not long, you're supposed to be on a journey to getting your hair long because you're naturally supposed to have it. Long hair is your destiny and big hair is your birthright. It's if you have the DNA gene to grow hair. I know some people unfortunately have a missing gene where they don't produce hair follicles or grow hair. But yeah, I know she meant well. But the thing is, it's crazy. When you on the other side of growing your hair, you realize the brainwashing that went on is just like preposterous because she really thinks that. And so many other people, when I was reading the comments, so many other people was feeling that. They was like, yeah, they was on her side. And I'm like, dang, there's so much people out there who just don't know that black women naturally have long hair. So it was abnormal, and it's okay if he didn't like short hair. And another thing that y'all might get on me for, I just don't think for somebody to defend a black woman in her hair, she wasn't even wearing her real hair. No. That woman who had a short hair, she was the only one embracing her hair and like really wearing it. Everybody else was wearing weave and stuff like I am. And it's just like, how do you expect a black man to even accept natural hair and accept somebody on a natural hair journey growing out their hair, or accept shrinkage if they don't never see it? We barely be wearing our hair. Like, I get it. I love a good protective style, and I don't like showing my hair all the time because it's just like a lot of work, and I don't even like to be a spectacle for a lot of people on the streets to be wearing my afro and getting attention and my hair just whatever. So I get it. But at the end of the day, like, we can't expect people to just up, especially black men or any type of race, to up and respect our hair if we don't even like wear it. And we don't put our hair on a pedestal. We don't put our hair on a pedestal, but then we want some people to automatically love our hair for us. That's kind of crazy. If we want to change the narrative of how people feel about our natural hair, we got to start wearing it. We got to start wearing our hair, but a lot of us don't want to wear our hair because our hair is short. And the shrinkage is real, and the edges is gone, and the strands are fine, they're thin, they're uneven. Like, we got damage, and we got to grow it out, and we don't know how to grow it out. So there's so many variables. So you get caught up wearing hair extensions and wearing weave. But at the end of the day, you should be growing your hair so you can wear your hair and change the narrative. Because if we all stop what we was doing right now, learn how to grow natural hair, within 10 years, all black women can have 30 inches or more of thick, long, big hair. And that would change the narrative. Excuse me. Weave wouldn't even be a thing anymore. How would we fit on our heads? We would change history. Like, they would have to change how they think about black people and their hair, because our afros will be so big and out there. So if we want people to accept our hair, we got to wear it. And if you're not confident about wearing your hair, you got to grow it. You got to take care of it. You got to get it healthy. You got to buy some of these main magic products that I got up in here. These magic products. You got to use protective style. You got to grow your hair so you can wear your hair, so that our sons can see and love our hair, that our daughters can be proud to wear our hair, and that our future grandchildren can be like, what's a weave? What's a wig? What's a short hair? What's a short afro? Because by that time, our grandchildren will love their hair so much that even the shrinkage is pushing 20 inches. You see, but that starts with us. I wear my weave, but I wear my weave to grow my hair. I wear my weave because it's trendy and it's for fun. But there was a time where I wore a weave because I ain't had no hair. I ain't had no edges, and I had to wear weave because if I didn't have weave or a wig on, I felt really ugly. And I felt like I just didn't have the confidence at all. So I felt like I had to wear weave. But now I wear weave once in a blue moon. Every other day I got my kinky twist in. Because I got thicker hair now. I got more confidence with my hair. I'm more proud of my hair. Like, I grew my hair. So that was it with the pop the balloon thing. But yeah, a lot of black men don't like natural short hair. I mean, I know there's a lot of them that do, but a lot of black men don't like short natural hair, and a lot of black women don't like short natural hair either, and that's why they don't wear it. They don't wear their short natural hair. So I don't think it was cool for her to cuss him out like that, because it's just like, damn, we as a people, we're learning more about ourselves each day. We were colonized. Our community was colonized a couple hundred years ago. We just started having a lot of rights, and we don't even know our natural language. We don't even know. A lot of Black Americans really don't know where we really came from. Like, we can go as far back as maybe some of us can correlate to the Caribbean. Maybe some of us can pick a spot, maybe a country in Africa, maybe, or a region through some type of DNA test. But at the end of the day, we don't really know who we are. We don't know how to grow our hair. We barely know what to use on our skin. We're using the same thing white people use on their hair, same thing white people use on their skin. And it's just like, we different. We got different hair, we got different skin, but we don't even know what to do. So it's gonna take some time for us to love ourselves, but I'm so glad with the way it's going right now, because when I was in high school, child, having natural hair was like having it was like being marked. It was not a good thing. I graduated in the early 2000s. And when I tell you I was the only girl in high school with natural hair, no, there was one other girl. She played the flute. She played the flute in my high school who had natural hair. My mom was very strict and religious, and her religion didn't believe in women like braiding their hair, wearing weave, perming their hair, or anything like that. So I had to be natural, but I didn't even know about growing hair. So I had short natural hair. I didn't know anything about like my hair can be long or anything. I didn't know any of this. I was just in high school with natural hair, and people would talk about me. I did not feel cool. I did not like my hair. And it was not a cool thing. But these days, almost all the girls in high school got natural hair. They probably put a wig on top of it or wear weave, but they got natural hair, and that wasn't a thing. So I'm just really proud of how the natural hair community has made it more acceptable for people to wear their natural hair, because back then that shit was not a look. It was not cool. You did not like, it was not nothing. Nothing. If your hair wasn't straight or relaxed, you was not cute at all. I want more type 4 hairstyles. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. I do. I want to do more type 4 hairstyles on myself. But I've been on this journey, and I'm still like, I feel like I've been growing my hair and I keep searching for long hair, that I don't even enjoy each journey by doing hairstyles at each stage of my hair growth. And that's something that I'm trying to learn more, how to just incorporate, how to just really have fun with my hair at every stage instead of just chasing long hair all the time, and just have fun with my hair. Somebody said, I went natural in high school. Oh my God, I had such low self-esteem. My hair kept breaking off. My mama barely helped. She just told me to grease it and go to Africans to braid it. You see what I'm talking about? That natural hair in high school back in the days was not a look. It was not. It was just like, nobody, you was not cool. You was not that girl with natural hair at all. And that was crazy. That was crazy. And to this day, a lot of people from that genre, they don't even like natural hair at all. A lot of people in their like 60s and 50s and 70s, they literally don't know how to take care of their hair. They have to go to the salon, and they're still stuck on like certain styles because being natural is just too hard for them. To expect someone to learn how to do natural hair or learn more about their hair after 60 years of not wearing their hair is kind of like, it's a lot for them. Professionally, it is not a look depending on the area. You're saying, somebody said, please open the 6-month weave books. I would love to. It's expensive having a salon down here in Miami, so definitely go ahead and donate to your girl so I can open up my natural hair salon and do some 6-month salons. But someone said, professionally, natural hair is not a look depending on the area. And that is true. That is true. People don't want to admit these type of stuff. But natural hair, like, okay, let me say it like this. I used to be a bartender down in Miami for a number of years, especially like in my 20s and in early part of some of my 30s. Yeah, I'm older than y'all think. And back then, natural hair in the club as a bottle server, and I even worked in like a gentleman's club as a bartender. And if you wanted to make some money as a Black woman in that type of industry, you got to, you can't go in there with an afro and expect to make top dollar. You're just not. Back then. Now I'm sure, excuse me, I had some Chinese food and I keep burping, but back then you wouldn't make no money with your natural hair, your kinky twist or nothing like that. You had to come in the club looking like the desired look. And especially like back then, if you like being an attorney or just being on TV or CNN or talk shows or newscasters, they could not wear their afros back then. It was just not. You had to make white people feel comfortable. You had to make the public feel comfortable. Yeah, so you had to wear semi straight styles. Somebody said, "Hi, I started perming my hair at age 11 and stopped at 18, which doesn't seem like a lot of years, but now imagine me doing a home perm once a month for those 7 years. I cringe, right?" Girl, I couldn't imagine having to perm my hair that is crazy. Especially like people don't try, like the evidence is out of what they putting in them products and people still perming their hair. That is crazy. Like the evidence is out. They're saying that it has been linked to certain cancers. Like, come on, it is disrupting hormones in those relaxers for some people. And I know some people are like, they just feel like, oh, it can't happen to them. They've been doing it their whole life. Their grandmother been doing it, and then nothing's gonna happen to them. But if the evidence are out and there are lawsuits for certain people who's been affected by this one product, why the hell are you still using? Why are you chancing? Why are you playing Russian roulette just to have straight hair to seem more Caucasian? Like, you are not Caucasian. You don't have to risk your health to have Caucasian like textures permanently. Just straighten your hair. Get a silk press. Somebody said, somebody feel that way. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Shelly Ann. What's up, boo? Somebody said, how were people viewed if they wore afros back then? It was crazy looking back in time in the 70s as a kid, then seeing in the 2000s as a kid how I would barely see any of that except on men. Exactly. Exactly. You see, it was propaganda, first of all, because in the 70s, because in the 50s and 60s, we were still trying to be accepted. You know, the whole segregation stuff, and we were the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X, and there was an uprising happening. But in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, we were still trying to be accepted and feel equal to the white race. So we were wearing wigs, with the straightening our hair, pressing combs was a big thing. Madam C.J. Walker in the 20s and 30s, it was just a big thing to try to blend in with the white folks, you know. And then when rebellion and uprising happened, when we had leaders like Malcolm X and Rosa Parks and all those people really trying to fight for our rights and trying to really change some things, it was an uprising. So we just started to come into our own and wear our afros and get our power back, basically. Like, power to the people. We were embracing ourselves, and we were understanding that we can be separate but equal, and we were just accepting our hair. And the afros was a big thing, and it was a form of like rebellion, almost like, and freedom to love ourselves and to love our people and stand with our people with our afros. But then allegedly to break all of that up and to introduce the crack era, they came out with the Jerry curl. And the Jerry curl has the same chemical structure and setup almost as crack cocaine. So it was easy for them to introduce crack cocaine in certain neighborhoods by promoting the Jerry curl first and really dismantling that whole Black Power movement that was going on. So they would use the likes of Prince and the likes of the Jacksons to promote the Jerry curl. And the Jerry curl was just another form of inhalation and ingestion of chemicals. And so it was just easy for them to introduce the crack cocaine because it had a chemical structure that your body was already starting to get used to by ingesting those toxins through your hair. So it was easy. It was chemistry. It was just chemistry for them to introduce that. But that's a whole nother thing. Propaganda and economics. Hell yeah, that's exactly what it is. This really was the Matrix. Wow. Somebody said, yes, I'm 30 now, and thankfully since 18, I've been natural, but have been struggling to maintain it and feel confident. It's teaching me to love myself, though, for sure, though. Yes. Um, the longer your hair gets, the more you love yourself, and the more you just have to accept yourself, because what you're gonna do is growing out your head. It's growing out your head for a reason, and that's why I try my best, and I'm gonna make an effort to try even harder to just promote the remarkable things that the coil can do, because the coil is just way more powerful. But because it's marketed by mass media, like people don't even know that certain hairstyles are in contracts of some of the biggest musicians. Like, it's in Beyonce's contract, literally in her contract, to have her hair in that realm of color, like in the blondes, in like, so it's in people's contracts to keep wigs on and to keep straight hair. Like, we all see Cardi B has long, beautiful, thick, luscious hair, but she continues to wear the wigs because that industry is like in your contract to, if you to wear a certain costume, because it promotes a certain look. um it's just like it. But I try to promote the great things, the scientific benefits of keeping your hair in the coil. You send off your receptors are stronger. You send a bigger signal from your hair. It's just like a coil of a light bulb or a coil of any type of engineering. A coil just has more energy and produces more strength. So having a coil, you're literally stronger through your hair than basically every other race, because a coil, not even animals have a coil. What animal has a coiled hair? We're like the only species on earth that has a coil. So we're a very special people. We still trying to figure out how special we is, because we keep getting confused, and somebody keeps confusing us. So you got to embrace the curl, and you got to remember the remarkable stuff about the coil, and that will help you be more confident in wearing it and doing it. And it's okay to wear wigs and stuff to protect your hair. I mean, this is natural hair is not a cult where you have to wear it all the time. You just have to know what it is, and you have to grow it. And I'm at the point where I feel like I can't get people to put down weaves. I can't get people to stop wearing wigs and stop wanting straight hair, but I can encourage people to grow their hair very thick and very long, to the point where a wig won't fit on it anymore. And by that way, people embrace their hair and they love themselves. Somebody said you're speaking 100% true. Thank you. Maybe 99% is a little bit of bullshit in there too. 1% bullshit. Somebody said yes, the hair has a direct connection to the divine. You absolutely right. Your hair is literally the extension cord. Hey, Shelly, baby. Propaganda and economics. Yes, your hair is literally the extension cord to the source. It's plugged in. It's just your direct connection to the source. Even if you shave it off, it's gonna keep growing. It's different from your nails. I know some people will be like, oh, your nails keep growing, and your hair, your nails has its own benefits, but your hair is just something remarkable. It really is, for it to keep growing and for it to form its coil and to keep that shape. And especially our hair, it can be manipulated into any texture. If we want to have straight hair in an hour, we can have straight hair in an hour. And if we want to have our hair back kinky and coily in 2 hours, we can literally revert it back. It's that powerful. Our hair, it shrinks. Like, our hair, it literally moves with the atmosphere. If we go outside and the air has too much water in it, it's going to, our hair is going to be manipulated by the ethers. Like, it's magic. It's magic. It's magic. Somebody should make an Afro texture hairstyle book. There are so many things to do with the hair type. I'm telling you, girl. For now, you're going to have to use the book called Facebook. The Facebook has a lot of different hairstyles you can do, and be more creative and with our hair, you know. And the thing is, wearing your hair, even if you Because a lot of us, no matter how much we try to convince ourselves that we're so confident, we're always still looking for outside validation, and a lot of people have not caught up to the beauty of natural hair. So you can have your natural hairstyle and walk down the street, and you probably want to get the reactions you would if you had a bust down middle part 30 inches. You probably want it. So it's gonna take time for everybody on the outside to get caught up to it, but they will, and we got to keep going, because if even if they don't catch up to us with us in our hot girl era, at least they can catch up to our daughters and our sons and our grandchildren, and it'll change then. Thank you. Come back and see me then, girl. You just pass it through. Come back on my blocker next time. I'll be here. Thank you for coming, and thank you for all your support, Shelly. Somebody said I'm a Gen Xer, and I can remember my mom complaining on blow dry press days when I was 10. By 12, I got a relaxer because it was easier. Yes. Yes. Because nobody likes to do the hard things, and natural hair is not that it's hard. It just ain't easy. I don't know what sense that make, but it ain't easy. You know, it's like hard to get, but once you got her, you got her. Once you have, okay, it's hard because it's not in its true state. The only reason why your natural hair is hard is because it's not where it's supposed to be. Because if you have long, thick, natural hair, number one, you'll be used to it by that time, because by that time you had your hair for years. So you'll be used to it. So it'll be a lot easier. Number two, it'll look better. It'll look better, so you'll be able to embrace it better. And other people will embrace it. They will just be amazed by your beautiful hair. So it's hard for something to be hard when it's in its healthiest state, when it's at its fullest potential. It's not hard then when everybody admires your long, beautiful, thick hair. It's not hard. At that time, you're just, it's just amazing. It's amazing. So it's only hard because it's not at its fullest potential right now. The edges ain't right. It's rough and dry and not moisturized because you probably don't have a developed moisture routine. You haven't really created a regimen of styling, so your wash days are extra long, or it's just a number of things. It's only hard because it ain't where it's supposed to be at. But once your hair starts getting to lengths where it's like, I'm talking about like 30 inches, 40 inches, it's beautiful with whatever style you do with it. It looks good with every outfit. You're admired everywhere you go because you just have gorgeous hair. And it's not that it's hard. It's just that it takes more time. At that point, it's not even hard. It just takes more time. It's not hard. It just takes more time. Somebody said, you're right. I wear my hair out and curly and nice, and I get a compliment. I find myself saying thank you and putting my hair up. Yep. Yeah. I feel you on that. Somebody said I have short, thick, mid-length hair. I'm glad it's grown, but I'm going to miss putting spikes in it. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. But girl, having long hair is time consuming. It really is, because when I used to have regular clientele and I was doing hair for the public, about 4 years ago, well, maybe 5 years ago, when I just started doing natural hair and I was growing people hair, because I got growing hands. If you start coming to me, you're going to have some long hair. And I would literally tell my clients, once your hair reaches 21 inches, you are no longer a client of mine. No, I said 24 inches. And people will be like, why? And I'm just like, because at that point, you need to learn how to do your hair. I'm not just going to be sewing up no 24 inches of hair. Like, I'm not going to do it. At that time, I can't do it. And They didn't believe me. And I had a few clients, once they reached 24 inches, they were like, my hair is really that long. And I'm like, yeah, these 6 months someone's gonna get your hair long. And their hair would get to 24 inches. And I'll be like, I can't do your hair no more. Do you know one of them went and got a haircut and they cut their hair down to 20 inches? Because I didn't do haircuts at the time. I just ain't believe in cutting hair. She went and got her hair cut down to 20 inches so she can come back and get a sew-in. Because at 24 inches, baby girl, you just need to wear your hair. Wear your hair and embrace it. Like, it's oh so much. You can't wear weave forever once you on this long hair journey. It's gonna come a point where the weave ain't gonna work no more. It's gonna be more of a hassle wearing weave than wearing your natural hair. Somebody said, I hope to one day be in your presence. I emailed you about a year ago and I appreciated your response. I hope to one day find a way to get to your help. Yes, come on, baby. I hope to have you. I hope to play in your head. I hope to. I can't wait. I can't wait. So, yeah, girl. I can't wait to be in your presence. Yes. But at the end of the day, don't let nobody play in your head. Don't let nobody touch your hair unless you know that they are somebody that your higher self will be proud to be in a room with. Because a lot of people I used to entertain, I only entertained them because I was at my lowest self and lowest point. And if I would have just pictured myself as the woman I'm meant to be, the woman I am becoming, the woman I am today, I would have never hung out with them. Back then, when I used to be doing some questionable acts, I would hang with certain people. And that was the only way they can touch my hair and touch my confidence. But if I would have just hung with people that I knew, my name is Crystal, by the way. If I hung with people that the Crystal that I am aiming to become would want to hang around, I would never let those people touch my hair. I would never. So you every day, even if you're not, and that's part of manifesting or praying or becoming a better person, you have to walk around, even if you're in the worst conditions, even if you're nowhere close to your goals, you have to walk around with the energy of the person you want to become. And if you encompass that, you won't put yourself in certain situations. You won't hang with certain monsters. You just won't, because the Crystal I am and the Crystal I plan to be, I would never, ever let that nigga touch me. Ever. Ever. The type of woman I'm becoming, the type of person I aim to be, the person I am now, I would never let that heifer tell me I need to water down my personality. Because it's like, first of all, me and my higher self wouldn't even be able to relate to you at all. At all. So why would I even listen to you? The type of woman I'm becoming would never date you. So why would I listen to anything you have to say at all? So you're gonna have to walk around as the person. You're gonna have to walk around as the person God called you to be. Even if you in conditions where you ain't there yet, you got to walk around like that, because when you think like that, you won't let certain people touch your hair. They won't even be able to smell your hair, be in the presence to sniff out the hair strand. They won't even be able to pick your brain. They won't even be able to talk to you, because you wouldn't even hang out with that caliber of people or the likes of those people. So you got to walk around like that. Somebody said, hey mama, how are you? I'm listening and learning. Oh, hey Tony, pretty Tony. Ooh, what's up, girl? Somebody said I stopped using a comb, staying in mini braids for a while, hoping for longer, thicker hair. I know that's right. You gonna get some longer hair doing that. Mini braids, that'll get you to some longer hair. Keeping it moisturized, putting some natural oils and butters on it, tying it with a satin cap, making sure no friction gets to it. That's gonna get your hair long. Somebody said, yes, yes, yes. It's literally becoming draining to be around energy you are speaking of. The low vibrations bring us down. Let me see. I hope my lips is okay. Yeah, I know how like stuff be forming with your lipstick and everything. Excuse me if that's happening, but it's so draining being around people who don't deserve you. And it's hard to see that you surround yourself with people who don't deserve you because you think you are where you at in life. And that's not true. All that shit is fake. It's not. Because sometimes, let me tell you how I used to think. I used to do certain clients' hair and I would become friends with them. And because they have more than me, I would give them a certain respect that they didn't even really deserve. It should have just been like, I respect you as a client and that's it. I give you services from rendered. But I would look at certain stuff like their cars, their bags, their homes, their jewelry, and I would think like, oh, they're a good person, or they're a better person or something like that, and I would ignore the fact that they're gossipers. They're not a good person. They be lying. They a pathological liar. They're just not. Them bitches is weird. Like I would brush it off and be like, oh, whatever, and I would start to hang with these people and befriend them, and I would start to I would take their advice, and it was just like, no, because I got to understand that it's more than the material stuff that you see. You can't just judge a person that they're a good person by the stuff that they have. You got to put it all together. What are they talking about? Like, how are they with other people? How are they with their family? How do they speak life into themselves or the people around them? Do they motivate people? Do they help people? And I had to stop hanging with certain people because it's just like, no, you're not even smart. Like you don't know shit. You just we just talk about the housewives. And I love watching the housewives on reality TV shows, but it comes a certain time where you just gotta be like, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. And it's like no tea, no shade, but I'm better than you. Like I don't have to hang with you because you have material stuff. I need to hang with my tribe, and my tribe is better than you, is smarter than you. Uh, I just can't. But at the time, I couldn't see that. I just seen that I had a hoopty. I lived in a cheap apartment in the inner city of Miami. I just seen that, I had my little knockoff bags from Chinatown and Canal Street. Like I couldn't see that. I just seen that I was trying to have what they have, and I just forgot to look that I was just a good person, and I was smart, and I was intellectual, and I was just like I was cool, and I didn't have to lower myself to hang with people who have more money than me. I don't have to lower myself to hang with them. I'm better than that. I'll explain a little bit more in another live, but what? Let's read what somebody else writing. Hey y'all, thanks for y'all sticking with me. I didn't think nobody was gonna be on here because I haven't been live in a while, so thank y'all for talking to me. Somebody said, please explain more about people asking to water down your personality. Hell yeah, I'll talk more about that. It was just like people who don't even do this shit, like people who don't even be on the internet, will be like, oh, you need to calm down. Like, you need to be more professional. Like, the people who watch you are in their 30s and their 40s. You need to you need to talk accordingly to them. You got to be more professional. Don't curse so much. Don't um don't come on here. I even had somebody say, like, don't go on the internet wearing like your kinky twist like that, or like your braids and it's fuzzy and stuff like that. Make sure it's fresh braids all the time. And I'm like, what? It was just so many opinions about the way I should preach the hair gospel and how I should teach people what I learned about growing hair. And it was just like, in my head, I'm like, it's just hair. I'm just trying to share what I learned about hair. I'm just trying to tell people what not to do and how not to harm themselves by using toxic chemicals on their hair anymore, and that there's a better way. You can use natural products. You can stop using a comb, and if you stop using a comb because it's a European tool, the comb was made for a white woman. Just stop using a comb and use your fingers, and you would keep all the hair on your head. And they just felt, it was multiple people who just felt that I could say it a better way. I could say it in a more calm way. I can make it more pretty. I can make it more aesthetic when I say it. I don't have to give people the truth. I don't have to say it like that. I don't have to say they trying to poison our hair. I don't have to say stop using a comb, or the comb is a white woman's tool. Like, I don't have to be so black. And it was just things like that from multiple people, from clients, from people who have more money than me, have better businesses than me. And it was just multiple people telling me that. And I was just like listening. They were like in my hair telling me, and I was listening. And I started watering myself down. To the point where I just stopped coming on live, and I would just like stop talking. I even it got to the point where I just fell out of love with hair. I just stopped doing hair in general. I stopped taking clients. Like, I stopped doing hair. Well, I just realized that. Like, it made me like hate the one thing I loved, which was hair. I'm still trying to go back to doing hair again. It's like I had so much people make me feel bad about being passionate about hair. Yeah. So that's how they try to get me to water that whole shit down, but not anymore. It's just like, I don't care. It's like, I don't care. Yes, I want to make my platform aesthetic. Yeah, I want to come on here and encourage people to show them the beauty of natural hair. And I don't want to offend people with profanity all the time. I don't want to trigger people with saying certain stuff. But at the same time, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl that's encouraged you to get long hair. That's it. I'm just a girl. Like, I'm not a lawyer or a doctor, and even though I'm a lawyer and a doctor and I'm a scientist, even though I'm all of that, I'm not all of that. And this is not The Office. And this is just me just trying to tell you in a different way, because we all see the back of products, and we see the list of big ass words that we can't pronounce, and we still use it. And sometimes it takes a girl from Miami to come and tell you, don't put that shit on your hair. That shit will mess up your freaking hormones. It will mess with your pituitary gland. It will give you headaches. It will really give you stomach aches. It will make you irritable. It'll make you hungry. It'll make you gain weight. It will mess with you. It will lead to certain cancers. Like, do not put those. You're getting microdosed of toxic chemicals, and you shouldn't put it on your hair. Sometimes it takes a girl like me, a city girl like me, to come and tell you that shit. Like this. Sometimes I just got to keep it real and tell you that. So, yeah. I love the end repair butter. I love it too. Girl, I love that end repair butter. Child, at what point did you come to this revelation? It took a lot of people speaking life into me. My sister, I have a lot of sisters, and they're very smart. And my older sister, she's very wise, and she reads a lot of books. We read a lot of books. Me reading books, talking with my sister, me watching YouTube videos of people who overcame stuff like this, me learning about narcissism, me learning about um more about hair. Like, what you mean, me coming to learn about hair or something like that? Because I got a whole story. Like, I would need to get on live again and designate like 2-3 hours on how I became how I started researching hair and learn about this, because it's a long story. What point did you get to the revelation that self-work, sis? You do got where you to get where you are. The self-work, it just took me getting tired of not feeling well, like spiritually and emotionally. Like, I just got tired of it, because it's just like when you suppress yourself to fit into other people's boxes, it got to the point where I forgot my personality. I stopped going outside. Like, I forgot. I'm still trying to. I'm wondering if I need to relearn, or I need to realize that I need to become something totally different, because the person I was before wasn't even really me. It was just like people beliefs and everything that I put together and made a person. I don't even know, but I just knew it did not feel well. It didn't feel like me. It didn't feel natural. I felt like I was always trying to make people happy, make someone happy. And it took me getting everybody the hell away from me. Like, I only surround myself with maybe like 5 people on a daily throughout the year, the same 5 people. And that's it. Like, I had to get alone. Like, I had to, like, literally not have any influences of anybody. I had to stop dating. I had to cut off friendships that I thought was friendships, but it wasn't really friendships. It was just people who, like, once I stopped doing their hair, it's just like they were only my friends because I was doing their hair or something like that. I stopped talking to certain family members, because it's just like, I don't want to be around people who are not speaking life into me. There is no reason why I should be around you and we ain't talking about nothing important. Nothing about how to improve ourselves. Nothing. We ain't talking about nothing. We just drinking. People, like, no, I just can't. So I just got tired of it, and by me getting alone and me realizing that I just don't want to play with. I don't want to play with my destiny no more, because if you're stagnant for so long, you can just forget the bigger picture. And sometimes a bigger picture is just literally being you. And that can be as small as you just being a person who smiles at strangers. That can be your whole life's purpose, just to smile at strangers. And that might be so important to God. And you might think it's so small, but God made you with a beautiful smile so you can go around and make people feel happy. So he made you to just be the person who walks around and give people a smile. And that makes someone's day. And that makes the other person a better person. And you would think, oh, that purpose is so small. God made you just to smile. And yeah, God made you just to smile. So I just felt like I was not making God proud, because I was not doing what I needed to do, because I was worrying about what people said, and what they were saying made no sense. It was like, how would I face God at the end of my day and be like, man, God, I stopped talking that hair shit, because this is how I think I would talk to God. I would be my natural self. And I would just be like, I stopped talking that natural shit because that nigga said to me, why you talking so white? And I ain't like that shit. So I said, I ain't gonna do this no more. Or I stopped getting on the internet because this one hoe had told me, you talk too ghetto. What's up with all that cursing? What you talk about black hair and all that stuff. Like, you need a better background and stuff. Your shit don't look right. And God, I just was like, I don't want to do all of that. I didn't want to do all that, so I stopped helping people grow their hair, and I stopped telling all that. I stopped. How am I supposed to tell God that? Like, and I'm just sitting letting the days go by, because I let people touch my hair and get up all in my hair and touch my hair and touch my confidence. I can't tell God that. So I had to just sit with myself and be like, nah, I got to do it, because I'm slowly eroding. Like I'm slowly eroding by not just by just not talking about this. It's like when you find your purpose in life, and I was a hairstylist for a long time, but I didn't know anything about the natural hair. And once I learned about it, I was just so excited. I was like, people need to know about it. It felt like I discovered gold. Like I was just like, y'all, I discovered the fountain of youth. I gotta tell everybody. It made me feel like it was everything I went through in life was worth it, because this is it. This is what I need to do. I need to help people grow long hair. I need to let black women and black men know, grow your hair. That is our power. That's where our power lies. They are trying to make us not like our skin, but they definitely trying to make us not like our hair. They're trying to poison us through our hair. They. I was just on it. It was just so excited. I just had to tell everybody, and it made me feel like I had a purpose. And of course, when you have a purpose, no matter how small it is, people are going to be jealous of that, because there's so many people walking around and they have not stumbled upon their purpose yet. And because they're thinking it's supposed to be this grand thing, and they just won't stop and smell the roses. They won't stop and find a purpose and realize their purpose and walk in their purpose. So when they see somebody close to their purpose, they're going to be like, nah, bitch, you doing it wrong. Stop. Your shit stink. It don't look good. You don't sound right. You don't look good doing it. Do it this way. Cause they don't have what they don't have it. They don't have it. And they don't want you to have it. Not before them. And they don't want you to have it, and they can't have a piece of it either. So I had to realize that. I had to be like, I had to sit back and be like, nah. No. So I just slowly started. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get back into doing my hair stuff. And it was a battle. If I tell you what I had to go through in the last 4 years just to be able to feel okay right now, y'all wouldn't believe it. But I'm gonna tell y'all, because y'all my girlfriends. I'm gonna tell you. Somebody said, sounds like they were hating and, more importantly, projecting how they wish they could be. Yup, it's human nature sometimes for people to be like that. Some people are weird. Some people are angry. Some people are hurt. There's so much hurt people walking around. Your personality is part of the reason we're here. They need to fuck off. Hell yeah. Thank y'all for coming. Yeah, I'm so glad y'all like y'all ain't even see the real crazy. Y'all ain't even see the real me, because I'm still filtered. I'm still filtering it. I'm still this eyelash kind of crooked. Y'all, I'm learning how to do makeup, so you gotta bear with me if I come looking crazy. But y'all just gonna have to bear with it till the makeup catch on, until all that stuff. I know somebody said, oh hell nah, twists are meant to get fuzzy. I know, but you know what? I should have knew it when it was that person wasn't even like, okay, I don't want to say this to offend nobody. I'm not gonna say this person was mixed, and they had more of a Caucasian texture. So I guess what it really was, they were feeling left out. And they felt like I needed to include them. And it's just like, I'm not trying to make other races feel left out. I'm not trying to whatever. But the thing is, I'm doing this for me, my inner child. I'm doing this for my nieces, my future children, my future grandchildren. This is like something, our hair needs to be healed. Like there's so much out there for other races of hair. And it's just like, there's still so many women who look like me who don't like their hair, don't even know how to grow it, and they're teaching their daughters not to like their hair either. They don't even know how to grow their daughter's hair. So I have to do it for where I'm finding a solution for a problem, and it's a big problem. We love seeing your beautiful hair. Seeing gave me inspiration. I stumbled on my journey, but I'm getting ready to start over with a what does the TWA mean again? It means something like teeny weeny afro. Tiny weeny afro, something like that. We love you, and we love the message unfiltered. I love you too, girl. Yes, girl, you're gonna get your long hair. Don't worry about it. Teeny weeny afro, we all been there. We all been there. It's gonna grow, it's gonna get long. Somebody said, is it is possible to wear promoted natural styles like wash and goes, braid twist styles, and use natural products. It definitely is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't let nobody tell you how to do your natural at all. When I first started preaching this natural gospel, I was telling people, stop wearing weave, don't straighten your hair, stuff like that. I was tripping. But at this point in my journey, it's just like I'm all about just get your hair long. Just get your hair long. That's it. Get it long, get it healthy. I wanted to say thank you for your time. Thank you for your responses, your truth. And again, I believe we will all one day meet. Hell yeah, we're going to meet. We're going to have a meet and greet. It's going to be a curl convention. Everybody, you got to wear their hair. No matter what stage is at. You got to wear your afro to the party. You gotta wear afro and gowns. Our natural products for maintenance styles. Natural products are okay. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Because you're trying to figure out, sorry. You're trying to figure out, can you still do twist outs and stuff with natural products and butters? And you definitely can. People like to use mousses and gels for longer hold. That way your hair will stay for extra days and really keep the pattern of whatever you braided it to be. But you can definitely use natural butters, natural oils to do those same styles. It just won't, it won't hold it as long as gels and mousses. But there are a lot of companies are getting hip to the fact that people want more natural ingredients in their hair products. So a lot of companies are making cleaner versions of mousse and gels. So you have options out there. It won't be perfect. Like, let's be real. We can't escape all chemicals unless you use my products, because then you're going to escape all chemicals. But when it comes to certain styles, sometimes you gotta use a little hairspray, you gotta use a little gel, and that's okay. But you gotta know how to wash it out, and you gotta know how to treat your hair. You gotta treat those days as once in a blue moon. Like, it's okay to use certain products, certain styles to achieve a look random days throughout the year. But it's a different thing when you're doing it every day and you're not aware that you're microdosing yourself with harmful chemicals, and those chemicals add up. So you can get your hair done once every 2 months with certain products, rinse it out, and you'll be okay. And then there's another thing to get back-to-back relaxers every month, using styling products that got chemicals, using shampoos that got chemicals, using conditioners that got chemicals. Like, that's just a lot of toxins. That's just way too damn much for your health. What would be your recommendation for natural hair dealing with menopause? Menopause is something we all gonna have to go through, or we all went through as women. You can't escape it. The only thing you can do is just make it more comfortable and make it less you're just gonna, that's really gonna depend on nutrition, because and that's what anything, if you want to grow long hair, you have to make sure your vitamins, your nutrients, your minerals, your enzymes, your amino acids are up to par. That's gonna really help you grow hair. That's gonna help you keep the hair on your head. That's gonna keep your hair from falling out and hair loss. Because when you're going through life transitions like childbirth or like menopause, your body is going through a phase where it's using up storage in your body. It's gonna need everything your body got just to get through that phase. You're going through hormonal changes that requires so much energy, it requires so much aminos, it needs so much things to take you to that next phase of life. So you have to make sure that your vitamin storages are up to par to handle stuff like that. And because our diet these days is so depleted in nutritional value, you're gonna have to really take your vitamins. You're probably gonna have to take IV drips. You're gonna have to just make sure your vitamin levels are up to par. Because if you go enter into something like menopause or premenopause or perimenopause or anything like that, and you enter it already depleted in vitamin D, already depleted in iron, already depleted in vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin C, it's just going to make the process even harder. And because your body is smart, your body already knows that hair is less important than your liver, and your hair is less important than your heart. So your body's going to give your heart, your liver, and those vital organs those vitamins and nutritions first, and it will take it from your hair. And you will probably experience hair loss if your body has to take those vitamin storage and put it towards another organ or your bones just to get you through menopause. So if you want to keep the hair on your head going through those changes or any type of pregnancy, or you have to make sure your vitamins are up to your vitamin levels are up to par. That's a must. So take a hair analysis test, take a blood test, figure out what vitamins you're deficient in, and make sure you get up on it and you eat foods according to replenishing your storage, your vitamin storage. You have to. That's really gonna help. I'm telling you, if you are experiencing any type of hair loss and breakage all of a sudden, if you feel like your hair is growing too slow, you gotta look at your vitamin levels first before you start thinking, I need this product and I need that. Even though my products is magic, it's gonna get the job done, you need to look at your health first. You really need to check those levels, get you a multivitamin, get you get whatever your body needs, replenish that first before you start looking at, I need a product or anything. And definitely water your hair more. Keep your hair moisturized, because you have to be hydrated. You have to make sure you're not dehydrated at all. So you got to make sure your vitamin levels are up to par, and you got to make sure you are hydrated. Drink your water. And sometimes water ain't enough, because these bottled waters and these companies, they have to protect the health of the population. So they're going to make sure they put bleaching agents and cleansing agents on water to make sure there's no harmful pathogens in there. So a lot of the water you're drinking out the water bottle or using out the faucet, it is stripped of minerals. And you need to, the reason why you drink water is to get minerals, not to get the water. You're getting the minerals in the water. And if you're not by a natural spring that where the water gets to run along rocks and soil and pick up the different minerals, you're not getting minerals from your water. You're just drinking water. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, you can get mineral water, but is it really as good as spring water? So you're gonna have to eat hydrating foods. You're gonna have to drink hydrating fruits, eat hydrating fruits. Make sure you're putting minerals in your water. If you have to purchase minerals and actually deposit that in your water, make sure you're on top of your minerals so you can be properly hydrated, and make sure you're on top of your vitamins. And then use great products, natural products from the earth, and you're set. You won't have to really go through that hair loss phase, or it won't be as hard on you. I hope that answers your question. Do you have time to tell us about your philosophy on cutting hair? Earlier, you said that you used to not cut your clients' hair. Yes, girl, let me tell you why. Because, okay, when I tell you, there's a whole spiritual side of hair that I don't even talk about on my platform, because people think, and by the way, if you're wondering where you can get my products, you can get them from coconuts.com, COCAKNOTZ. Their main magic products. I have over 13 products on there, all natural, no synthetics, just natures, just essential oils, just butters from the earth, nothing. It's so clean. You can cook with it, you can eat it, but don't eat it. But it's just all natural products, and you can get them all from coconuts.com. It's top-notch ingredients. But to answer your question, I don't really talk about the spiritual side of hair. I just dip into it because it's hard for people to think that the hair strand holds so much power, but it really, really does. And a lot of people just think it's hocus pocus or something like that, but it's not. There are people who really use hair strands in ritualistic practices. There are people who actually like uh there are people who really, there are cultures out there that believe that the hair strand can hold your memories. Like some certain Native Americans, they believe your hair holds your memories. There are certain nations who believe that your hair can hold negative or positive energies. It is just so many cultures and beliefs surrounding hair. I mean, like I said before, you can literally find out your entire DNA lineage. You can find out your family tree through a hair strand. I can take your hair strand and run it through a AAS machine and find out what vitamin you were deficient in 5 years ago. That's how powerful your hair strand is. So when people are getting haircuts, when I started learning more about hair a couple of years ago, I started realizing that you shouldn't just be treating a haircut as a, oh, just a random day. It's just a Tuesday. Let me go get a haircut. Like, it's more than that. First of all, um, if your hair holds all of that, why would you go to some random person at like hair cuttery and let them cut your hair? And then you leave your hair with them. You don't know what that person believes in. They can take your hair and harvest your energy if they wanted to, if you believe in all of that. And even if you don't believe in all of that, and I'm not saying that I do or I don't, even if you don't believe in it, somebody else believe in it. And why would you want somebody doing some shit with your hair that they cut? So I just thought it was weird. After that, I was just like, oh, you can't just do haircuts anymore. Like when you do haircuts, it's literally cutting off a piece of history. Like if you cut your ends, those ends have been with you for years, and they have remnants of your DNA in there. They hold memory, and if you're gonna cut that part of your hair, you should cut it with intention, not trying to make not trying to make some type of religion out of it. I'm not really talking about, I'm just talking about like actual the thing is why I'm always skeptical about talking about hair and spirituality is because I don't want people to assume that, or I don't want people to feel that I'm pushing some belief system on them or that I've created some belief system. It's not that. I'm a type of person, I love doing research and I love to know what's out there. So I research a lot of cultures when it comes to hair. I research a lot of things about hair, and everything that I've gathered, I'm just like, damn, it's something there. It's like something to it. Like even when the Bible was talking about Samson and his hair and his strength, like I really deeply researched that, and it's just crazy for people to think that something as small as a haircut can be like something that should be taken lightly. It really isn't. It's something that you should really take seriously. And if you're cutting your hair, you should be cutting your hair and be like, okay, not only am I cutting my hair, I'm cutting my hair to release um so let's say you were going through a bad breakup all year last year and you want a new look. When you go to cut your hair, you shouldn't be you shouldn't just be like, I just want a different look. You should realize in that moment, like, okay, I'm cutting my hair because I don't want to hold on to the person I used to be that allowed that type of person in my life to treat me like that. So I'm releasing that part of me that allowed me to be vulnerable to someone to treat me like that, and I'm releasing it. And you can go to someone that you trust, a professional hairstylist that that you have a good vibe about. When you walk into their salon, you're like, you know what, I like their vibe, and they were real professional, and I want them to cut my hair. That's something I want them to cut, something so sacred off of me. And you go in there with the intention, a different intention, because it's all about intention in this life. How you do things. Do you do it with a bad intention or a good intention? And when you go in with a haircut, you want to treat it as good intentions. Like, okay, I'm releasing this part of me, and I want the only thing to remain on me is positive vibes. And from here on out, I want to be this type of person, and I'm releasing that person I used to be, a part of me that used to be like that. I hope that kind of helped a little bit, but I'll talk more about it because it really deserves like its own live about haircuts, because I got some stories. I have researched some cultures that have some crazy beliefs surrounding haircuts, and it's a very serious thing, and you should just not let anybody be cutting your hair, and you should not randomly cut your hair without having any intention for it, and things like that. Somebody said, left a very toxic marriage and it did a number on my hair and skin. I have noticed a lot of damage and been wanting to cut my hair. I definitely understand. It can do it to you. Like, your hair is your nervous system, and that negative energy can really play on your emotions and your spirit, and it will literally dry you out. Like, that person literally took energy from you, and you gave them a part of you, some energy. And sometimes some people will suck energy from you, and it's something you really can't get back immediately. Like, once it's gone, you have to get new energy. So you were depleted. Like, they really sucked you almost dry, that it dried out your skin, dried out your hair, broke your hair. And you're gonna have to replenish yourself and feed yourself with peace moving forward, with positivity, with nourishing foods, hydrating yourself, consuming certain books, consuming content, just speaking life into yourself, even if you don't believe it now. And just telling yourself that there are good men out there. There are good men out there, and you had to leave that marriage to walk into something better. It had to happen. Like, that was the only way it was gonna happen. So yeah, if you want a haircut because of that, you should, when you get your haircut, you should have intentions on that haircut and be like, you know what, I'm releasing that type of energy from me, and cut it if you want to. If you want to cut it, if you feel like the damage is to the point where it can't be repaired and you don't want to repair it, cut it. But cut it with intention, and make sure you never allow yourself, that part of yourself, to be on you anymore. Like, start over. Yes. Somebody say your products really have grown my hair. Thank you. Coconuts.com. Get you some products. I appreciate your explanation. No problem, baby. Anytime for you. Somebody said, I have a love-hate relationship with my hair, girl. I understand. But but here's the thing. Love and hate is the same thing. It's just different parts of the same frequency. So, excuse me. Damn, like, I keep burping. Like, that's why I don't mess with Chinese food. And I had some Chinese food today, and I just been, excuse me. So, it's the same frequency. So you don't have to feel bad when you have a love-hate relationship with someone. For example, if you had when you have water coming out of a faucet, it's water. It's still water. No matter if you turn the handle cold or you turn the handle hot, it's still water. It's the same frequency. I mean, it's the same energy. It's just at a different frequency. Sometimes it's warmer and sometimes it's colder frequency, but it's the same energy. So if you have a love hate relationship with your hair, it's the same energy. It's just a different frequency of the same energy. So you just got to transmute that at least you're feeling something about your hair. Because some people don't even have a love-hate relationship with their hair. They don't even think second guess their hair. They just think of their hair as just an object. It's not even a love or a hate. They're not even in the energy of their hair. So at least you're in the energy of your hair and actually feeling something. Like, so sometimes, so you just got to learn how to be on the love frequency more often than the hate frequency of that same energy of your hair. Somebody said, thank you. Thank you too, boo. Yeah, you guys, this was fun. This was fun. This was fun. I love talking to y'all. Y'all don't know how much this feels. I feel like I'm getting my mojo back. I really do. This really did a lot for me because I'm telling you, baby, when I say I let them people touch my hair, and I'll never let them touch my hair again. Don't let nobody touch your hair. Don't let nobody touch your confidence, because you never know if they can. You never know how long it'll take for you to get your confidence back once you let somebody touch your hair. So don't let nobody touch your confidence, because that's something that they can take from you that you will have to go on a journey to get it back. Okay, so don't let nobody touch your hair. Don't let nobody touch your confidence at all. Don't. If you like it, they gotta love it, no matter what. Whatever it is, people gotta accept you. It's okay. Nothing is wrong with changing and getting better, but changing and getting better, it shouldn't feel. You'll know the difference. You'll know the difference when it's for the better and for the worse. Okay, have you thought about doing a masterclass or a tutorial on how to care for natural hair? I have, but girl, I've been a one-woman show for a long time, like making my products, selling my products, website, everything. I'm the woman behind the scenes for a long time, and I just started getting help. Just started having hired help, and it's so many stuff I have to do, and I would love to do that. That is definitely, I hope some people love to come, because it will be so powerful. It will be so powerful. A masterclass. Once you do this masterclass, you'll know how to grow hair forever. You'll know how to grow anybody's hair forever. If I really sat down and taught you everything I know in a couple of hours that took me years to learn and research, your grandchildren will never have short hair. They would never have hair problems. You'll be able to pass on the long hair gospel, the natural hair gospel. Like, you'll be able to instill it into your children, your grandchildren, your great. It'll be a family heirloom. Long hair will be running in your generation, because once you learn it, your hair takes on the rest. Your hair will start making sure everything will just start coming to you after that. So I definitely need to do that. You can purchase my products at coconuts.com. Dang, I don't even know how to write it in here. Let me see. Oh, I don't even know how to write it in here. But Coconuts.com, COCAKNOTZ.com. This actually a sale right now, so go ahead and get that sale. Head to coconuts.com, get that sale before I run out of products. How the hell do I write? I don't even know how to, I really don't even know how to write on this. If somebody can write it, maybe I can pin it, maybe. Is my channel name. Yeah, if you can see my channel name is that .com. COCAKNOTZ.com. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna learn and figure out this live, but yeah, grow your hair. No matter how, you have your whole life to grow your hair. You just gotta be on a long hair frequency. That's it. That's it. It don't matter where you start in. It don't matter if you gotta start and stop. It don't matter if you get hiccups along the way. It don't matter if your hair, you experience a little bit of hair loss. You just gotta stay on the long hair frequency, because it's not even about having long hair. It really isn't. It's the frequency of it. It's the confidence that comes with it. It's the abilities that come with it. Like, your hair is your intuition, it's your discernment, it's your beauty. It really is. Your natural hair is just gonna make you more beautiful. It's gonna make you accept yourself more. It'll teach you to keep going, because every hour your hair is growing. You'll see new growth, and you gotta correlate it to, like, you're always growing. You're always gonna grow no matter what. You gotta keep growing. You gotta keep going. So just stay on the long hair frequency, and just know that if you got a coil, you got you got an advantage on this earth. If you got a coil, and you gotta love it and embrace it. Okay, how often is your hair? How often is your hair in low market and long-term protective style? Oh, low manipulation and long-term protective. I didn't see the new creamy leave-in conditioner on the site. Dang, that leave-in conditioner not on the site. It gotta be, because I made more. It was out of stock. I made more and I put more on there. But I'll double check after this live to make sure it's on it. It's on a leave-in conditioner. I mean, it's under leave-in conditioner. It should be on the site. Dang, is it sold out already? I'm gonna see, because I made a lot and I put a lot on stock. If it's sold out already, thank y'all. But okay. My hair is in protective styles a lot, only because I'm busy a lot, so it's just easier for me to keep my hair in a protective style and keep it tight. I be in the house. I don't really have a job where I gotta go out and show up a certain way. So my hair stay in, like, plaits, twists, and I keep it tied up in a silk scarf, and I just water my hair daily, and I put it back. Protective style, you can keep a protective style for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months. It's just for you to learn your hair, and you got to start speaking hair. You got to start speaking to your hair and learning your hair, and your hair will speak to you. Your hair will tell you it don't like being tied up for 3 weeks, and then your hair will tell you, like, I like when you comb me, not comb me. I like when you maintain me every 3 days, or I want you to leave me alone for 3 months at a time. You just got to try it all out and see how your hair reacts to manipulation. Some people, they have to do, the longer my hair gets and the thicker my hair gets over the years, I can't leave my hair no more. When my hair was shorter, I used to be able to leave it in for 3 months, 4 months. These days, if I leave it in for like 3 weeks, it look crazy. It get even more tangled. It takes longer because my hair is longer. It takes longer to finger to tangle. So I don't even be pushing it too long. So you got to learn how to speak your hair. You got to develop a relationship with your hair. It's going to take years, but you got the time. Your hair is not going to leave you. Your hair love you. Your hair want to see you beautiful. It want to see you happy. It want to see you rich. And that's why you got to stay on a long hair frequency. Because I know you want to be rich. And I damn sure know you want to be beautiful. Because I know you already beautiful. You want to be beautiful. So you got to stay on a long hair frequency and just keep taking care of your hair. Learn your hair. Let your hair speak to you. Let your hair teach you about you. Do you have products for fine hair? Absolutely. And once you start using natural products, you'll start to learn what your hair likes and what it doesn't like. And there's so many butters and oils out there. You just have to basically go down the line. And I have my products, I formulated to have certain products that share the same or almost the same amino acid content in the same bottle. So you can kind of learn what butters work for your hair type, but you're gonna have to go on a journey to figure out. Your hair might hate castor oil and love jojoba oil, and it might take you some time to figure that out, but your hair will react better to oils it loves. So you have to go on a journey for that. But I just feel like starting out, if you have fine hair, just start using more product or less product. You're really going to have to speak to your hair. You really are. But just know that all hair loves water. So if you focus on water and realize that products are there to seal in water, the lighter the oil, the less time the water will be on your hair. The heavier the butter or oil, the longer the water will sit in your hair. And I'll make a live about that. I have some videos explaining that more so you can really understand. But definitely lighter for high porosity and low porosity hair. I have a video on it, and just start with one oil. Just start with one oil and a lot of water and start learning your hair. But yes, my products work for fine and thick hair strands. All my products do. I feel, in my opinion, I'm just tell the truth. I feel like all products can work for, all natural products and butters work for natural hair. I just feel like the amount of product you use, you got to tweak. Or do you use it before or after a shampoo, or do you use it once a month as a treatment? It's just like, I feel like everything can be tweaked when it comes to natural product usage on fine and thin hair. I feel like it's not I have to make a separate video because I don't want to confuse anybody by not saying the right things right now. I'm about to get off in about 10 minutes, you guys, but I want to answer a few more questions. Somebody said I have the leave-in conditioner and that 12 ounce is packed. It seemed like it will last a long time. I feel you. It does seem like it will last a long time, but you got to use the product up, girl. You got to use it up. And I know it's just like, sometimes you got to slather your hair. Ooh, I see some orders coming through. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all better get on the site before some of them products is gone, because there's a July 4th sale going on. And when them products is gone, it won't be restocked until another week, maybe 2, because I got to make them all. But, yeah, use up your products, because I know how it is. I have a lip gloss and I'll just be like, no, you gotta use your products. You gotta use them up. You gotta slather your hair. If you have a style where you can slather it on. Use your products. Your products should not be, and I know it can last more than 6 months, but use your products up within 6 months. That way you are just like packing it on. You getting the most out of your products. Use up the water on your hair and use up the products. Oh, thank you. You love my work and my videos so much. I've learned a lot. Thank you. And I feel I have so much videos that I have to make because I be holding back information, but I'm gonna share it all. Because I want everybody to have longer hair. You deserve longer hair. That's the least. Longer hair, like, is your destiny. If your ancestors from like 500-600 years ago, before colonization, could see us, they will be calling us all some bald-headed scallywags. They'll be like, where is y'all hair? They'll be asking the men what happened to their hair, because we would look so awkward to them without having our big hair. Especially if they seen us with this Caucasian slick hair. They'll be like, what the hell? Where y'all hair at? What is that? Why y'all got the white man hair on? Why y'all hair look like, why is it flat? Why is it straight? Why it look like that? Because our hair will be like commanding attention. They will be confused. Hey, coconuts, I need some hair length. Hey, boo. Hey, Tamara, baby. Come get some hair length. I missed you. Going to try not blow drying the ends tip. Yeah, definitely. And you feel like you have to blow dry the ends, use it very low, and but try not to. Try. And if you do have to blow dry the ends, immediately after you do the style that you need to do, just spray your ends down with some water, get them back curly after you braid them and twist it, and put some product on there so they feel better. What the heck? My thing died. Okay. Watching your videos have really got my hair growth journey, and my hair's grown. But damn right, girl, I'm so glad your hair grown long. Congratulations. It's gonna get even longer. What you gonna do when it hit that tailbone length? Because it's gonna reach there. Thank you. I'm so glad my videos are helping. I plan to do more. I'm running out of models because I don't really service the public, because I don't have a space to service the public just yet. And I live in a city where it's just the booth rent is so expensive, especially coupled with rent. Oh, girl, it's just so expensive. And having a small business is a lot. So I really just do models. I ask family members to do their hair. So a lot of the people you see me do hair on the thing is really just family members' hair I do. And I wish I could do a lot more people so I could show more examples. But y'all keep me in your prayers that everything works out and I get this natural hair salon and I get to service more people. You use the park, rent the park. Thank you guys. Wow, thank you guys for hanging with me. I feel like I want to be on here all night and come back tomorrow. Who knows? Bought a couple of your products. Oh, you just bought them. Thank you, Angela. Shout out to you, boo. You're going to have some long, soft hair. Remember to use water. Remember, my products are made to use with water. So definitely hydrate your hair before you use the products, and you will love it. They're all natural, clean, just from the earth. So if my products don't work with you, you got to take it up with God, because I ain't make the products. I just put it in a bottle. God made the products. It's from the earth. It's natural. That's it. Ain't nothing. I didn't put nothing in there. I ain't put no fragrances or nothing in there. I just put what the Lord and the Creator made in a bottle. That's all I did. I'm in South Florida. I'm in the Miami area, just west of Miami. I can't wait to play in your head, Angela. But you guys, I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everyone. Make sure you go shop at coconuts.com, COCAKNOTZ. It's my channel name. Go shop, you guys. It's a July 4th sale. Thank you for being on the phone with me all night, girlfriend. I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Bye. Bye, Instagram. Bye, YouTube.